Greetings and welcome to another narration done by DrTorment. The following story may contain some sensitive topics. Consider that your one and final warning. Now, let us proceed. It all started a week ago, when the CDC made notice of a new disease. A disease that was, unlike any other, affecting cognitive function to a great extent, causing severe hunger and making individuals lose control of their motor skills. I contracted the disease when I myself went out the house against CDC warnings just to take a walk when I felt cooped up a little bit too much due to the quarantine measures and came into contact with a drooling man. His shirt was drenched in his own saliva, and he was as pale as a ghost. He was an elderly man, probably in his late 50s or early 60s. To make a long story short, he attacked by biting me. I ran to my home where I called the police, but I got no response but a busy signal, after which I sat on the couch and tried to turn on the TV to only realize there was no power at all in my home. And to think about it, it was oddly dark in my house as well when I woke up. Therefore, I went upstairs to use the bathroom and clean myself off from my, previous encounter. I then started to get violently ill over the course of 1 hour and a half, and my body felt like it was shutting down. I began to throw up violently. I couldn't stop myself, and I was so extremely thirsty. I must have drank at least 2 gallons of water in that hour and a half. And then, after that, I became, ravenous. I ate everything I could get my hands on, only to vomit it back up later. I was so hungry that I was in pain. Horrible, horrible pain. My stomach felt like it had a literal hole in it. Then I started drooling, and I lost control of my body. At that point, the first seizure I had felt like a relief. And as I was seizing, I managed to fall down, hitting a table with a vase placed on top of it, which crashed to the ground. And as I lay there, I felt nothing but extreme terror. But still the hunger. The noise was loud enough to wake up my 8-year-old daughter as she came rushing downstairs and screamed as I convulsed on the floor. Of course, she was panicking, and I could tell she didn't know what to do. I then began to stop my seizure, and now with my shirt covered in drool, I had no control of my body as I rose up looking directly at my daughter, and all I felt was the ravenous hunger as I saw my arms lunge forward at her. I was completely conscious of what I was doing, but not under any control of my body. It was an excruciating 5 hours as I ate until there was nothing left of my own child. I wanted to cry, but I couldn't. I wanted to scream, but I couldn't. The only thing I could do was regurgitate the flesh of my daughter to make room for more in my stomach. I pray for death. And with that, our session has concluded. With this, I would also like to take a moment to thank all of you sweet wicked people for joining me in this narration. Do you desire more? Then tickle the bell icon and like this video, and of course do leave a comment behind with your thoughts. Lastly, for those willing, consider joining us on our Patreon page and help support the channel yourself personally with all the added benefits therein. This was DrTorment bidding you adieu, and remember, don't fall asleep ever.